right, my nigga. What are you?
We all have been seen.
Hold on. No. What are you talking about? You just threw that in there. You just threw an extra one. This is why I don't. This is why I don't share shit with y'all.
Eminem dropped an EP called King of Detroit.
No, he didn't. And if he did, why is he lying? Not niggas saying who. No, not Baby Money. Y'all are actually weird. New robot for me to buy. What are you talking about?
Okay. We have to
This nigga.
have a conversation about this. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done just like an old school, straight to camera
A humanoid
rant video, but this has been all over my timeline lately, so I feel like I have to. So meet Neo, potentially the most futuristic product we've ever seen. This thing is a full-fledged.
He gonna beat the shit out you while you sleeping. I hope he do it too. What do you mean? Neo. Soft body. 1X Cortex. 5'6", 66 pounds, I guess? What is the purpose of this nigga?
Humanoid robot. 5'6", 66 pounds, 4-hour battery life, self-charging.
This nigga y'all size.
And it lives in your house. It's finally here. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's for doing chores.
He can lift 154. Okay. That's the weird thing. So he can lift over 3 times his body weight.
Finally here. Get your mind out of the
I just lied. Okay, the math didn't math right there. But I can revamp. He can lift more than he, like, obviously. But I'm just saying.
gutter. It's for doing chores. It's a housekeeper. It has the same dexterity as a human because it's shaped just like a human. Walks around.
Is he
It has
Millie?
the same dexterity as a human because it's shaped just like a
The fuck is
human. Walks around on 2 legs. Has 10 fingers. It can fold laundry and put it away for you, or it can do the dishes for you.
Yeah, this nigga about to be doing dishes at the speed of the light. That's not like, no, bro. He do dishes like a disabled vet. I'm gonna be honest. I can already tell the speed of which this is. I might as well put him in a dishwasher myself. I'm gonna be honest.
Start to finish, and then put everything away. It can go around and
I'm good,
water
man.
the plants outside or inside on a perfect schedule.
Maybe I keep him outside. Do it like, does he have to sit there the whole time? Like, do I gotta charge him? Can he be in a plug or something?
And it never forgets a single plant. And then we'll go around and vacuum and tidy up the house if anything gets left out. It always
Sean,
knows
if you
where.
broke both arms and needed to get one off, would you let robot help you with the strokes and not feel weird about it?
Why would I ever allow? You know this is a dude, right? Can I program him to speak in a certain way? Is it AI responses?
Where everything is, it can find the TV remote, and it'll basically actively do all the chores that you know you have to do, but you don't actually want to do. And when it's done, it goes back to its little docking spot and charges itself.
No, bro. This nigga's gonna be walking around in the middle of the night. I know it. I don't want to see him, man. I'm good. I'm gonna be like, what's that? This nigga doing the dishes at an unspoken hour where he's supposed to be charging in his docket. He didn't release himself and start doing shit on his own. I'm good. I don't want to see him.
Imagine going out.
We are not about to have iRobot Part 2. I'm not Will Smith.
The day of work and coming back a few hours later, and everything's done. All the chores are finished.
No, you're finished. Stop it. I'm cool, man.
Every single
I'm
time,
good off
every
it.
day, you
I'm
never
good.
have to do chores again. That's amazing. Or
I
maybe,
do my
let's say
own
you
dishes until I die, bro. I don't care.
have mobility issues. This thing can sort of act as a personal assistant in
Look at you. You're so amazed, bro. This thing probably racist, too.
a lot of ways.
You got the Elon Musk chip in there. I'm
These are
good.
things that
I'm telling you,
represent
I'm good.
massive value for a lot of people, and it's available to order now. This is available to order. This feels like it could be
How much, though?
the best tech announcement of all time in 2025. Except this isn't real, and I mean that in the most literal way possible. This is not real. First of all, it's a pre-order, so you can go to this website right now, and you can pick between 3 colors, and then it's either 5.
Huh? What the fuck? What is this price range? Bro. Okay, hold on. This nigga stupid. What do you mean? $20,000 ownership or $500 a month as a subscription service with a $200 deposit due today and delivery start in 2026. They are losing me. You mean I'm going to be paying this shit off for 40 months? To do dishes? I'm getting another car to do dishes. Quite literally, I can buy a little mini vac to just vacuum the floors itself. What are we saying?
$100 a month subscription
Who's grabbing this?
for a standard delivery, or you can pay a flat $20,000.
You're right. I can literally pay a cleaner. Who would do this?
To own it outright. And
I would rather get a fine ass Hold on. But you know the one like the mothers, they be wide figured. Oh my god! But you get what I'm saying. Though. I could get I could lock in with a maid, and we go crazy. For what? How much does a maid cost? Like per day? Not per day, but per like session, per cleaning, per house. What do you say? Dr. Umar would not. Fuck Umar, dude. Build the school, then you can talk to me about Latinos. No, I'm not. Dude, you know what I mean. Not session, but more like house, home. Like, you get it? Why did you want a wild No, it's not that. First of all, we're not about to have this conversation. Why did you want to... Okay, hold on. No, I don't... Wait, I know what you be up to. You don't, actually. If you knew, you'd be like, damn. Normal people ask for hourly... No, I'm normal. I didn't know the terminology to ask for in the moment. Like, that's what I'm asking for. Nobody's giving me the reason or the answer or the phrase to go with.
Get priority delivery. Just drop a $200 fully refundable deposit to get in line today, and deliveries in the U.S. start sometime next year. And that's just allegedly. We don't know when it's actually going to ship.
Facts.
Now, to be clear, it's not actually the price that I have a big problem with. Like,
We're not defending you once them weirdos on live stem fails catch up with you.
Who the fuck is live stem fails? Second of all, you only want the butt. That's not true.
I know these numbers seem eye-popping on paper, but this is a first-generation, bleeding-edge humanoid robot assistant. Like, I never thought that...
What do you think the pinnacle of this bot is going to be able to do for you? And not stop being horny. I mean, practically speaking.
This would be cheap. And also there is...
What could this thing actually genuinely help you do? I'm thinking study. College student type shit.
Isn't really competition yet, so you got...
Give me the answers. I put the AirPods up in you. I go to school. I go to my professor. Probably not the best idea. You're probably going to get expelled.
So imagine the target audience is going to be people whose time...
Drive? You're not doing drive-by. Stop it. You've never been like that in your life. But drive like that might be something that could be like... But you got a self-driving car most likely. Do you really need him to hop in your Honda Civic? I don't think he needs that. I don't think that would be a good position to put y'all in. He don't know how to 2-foot drive.
Is worth more than the money they're spending on it. Like,
now, can you be a mechanic and fix issues with a car? That's another question.
This is for people who the idea of saving a few hours on chores every week so that they can use that time to make more money actually makes logical sense. Like, people really think like that. It's for early adopters. It's for people who want to spend however much they think it's worth on this brand new novel thing. That's fine.
Can I jailbreak it? If I jailbreak it and give it specific other orders, what can I really make it do? Are we bringing out the full potential of this technology is the question that I have.
Fine. But my issue with this product is the gap between what it's actually capable of today and what they're promising as they take your money today. Like,
that's facts.
I think when people watch a video like this, they expect that this robot has some sort of built-in artificial intelligence that allows it to recognize objects and...
What happens if you grab a robot and you put a VR headset on it? You're doing a feedback loop here. I don't know why you would do that.
Navigate around on its own.
I guess he's gaining something.
And learn your house and be productive for those hours while you're gone. And
I want to punch it so bad.
I think would be a reasonable thing to get out of watching that video because that's what it's designed to show. That's what you're supposed to feel. That's the dream. But that's not actually what's happening. So Joanna Stern, the legend, she did a video with this Neo robot also this week where the company showed her all the things that it could do. And turns out 100% of the things that they showed her were remotely controlled by a human in another room wearing a VR headset with controllers. That's not exaggerating. 100% of the stuff they showed her. The carrying things around, the loading up the dishwasher. I mean,
He about to fall on his back right now.
look at this thing.
Man, if you don't get your ass the fuck up out of here, I did not pay $20,000 for you to barely be able to get off your knees. How the fuck a robot have arthritis, dude? Come on, man. Be serious. This is $20K? Dude, look at him. You're not serious. I want to kick him in the face so bad.
Yeah, all of this is teleoperated. And this was a demo set up by this one
It took him 5 minutes to load the dishwasher. Holy shit, bro. No way.
company. So this is like best case scenario stuff. And I see a lot of people defending
You telling me best case scenario is 5 minutes to load a dishwasher?
this robot online, like, oh, no, there's probably other things that it can do autonomously. They just didn't show her yet. Really? You don't think they would show her the best stuff that this could do autonomously to keep selling the dream? If you watch that keynote video back, to their credit, you'll notice that they actually are
So it's gonna be a nigga from India doing my dishes remotely at 3 a.m. So it's slavery because I'm not paying Hassan. I was paid for a robot. Why did you just randomly throw a random, like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
very careful to label exactly
Tech support is not Indian in this instance.
when the robot is doing something autonomously and not teleoperated. And
They just doing it. They're giving them pre-programmed, you know what I'm saying, responses to certain orders, I'm sure.
in that whole nearly 10-minute video, there's exactly two scenes that have this label. There's the get the door command.
Yeah, what do you mean get the door? Yo, can he hold knives? I'm good, man. If he can pick up shit, bro, that means he can kill me.
Where the robot
so
walks
good
over
off
to the
this.
door because someone's coming up, it grabs a handle, waits for the guest, and then sort of pulls the door open and fumbles backwards a little bit, kind of like a toddler, to let them inside. And then there's the put away the dishes command, where the robot toddles over to the person.
You know how lazy this is to not just be able to get up? You're literally dressed like you're just reading a book. You can't walk to the kitchen?
Recognizes the harmless, not glass, empty cup in its hand, grabs it, and then walks away with it. Cool. No, seriously, that's actually pretty impressive. Even if I could already today unlock the door with my Google Home and a smart lock with just my voice, there is something at least a little bit futuristic about a humanoid robot going.
This is literally all about aesthetics, bro. There's no real world value in any of this. If you wanted to be like prehistoric still and open your own doors and God forbid take your dishes to your sink and wash them yourself, like why would you ever feel the need to entertain what this could be? Like, how do you entice? And I get it, these things are made for people that have the money to grab them, but at the same time it's like you're not even making me want to earn enough to obtain this, even if I have the money in the account. Even if this is a product that's not marketed for or meant for me, how would you ever get somebody to throw away their life savings, if that's what it was, to obtain this, when this is your marketing strategy?
Going to do that, that's part of the dream. It's doing
I might as well legitimately hire a maid.
it autonomously. But then that also means that everything else happening in this video and everything else we've ever seen this Neo robot do, we can safely assume is remote controlled. So the gap between what this product can actually do today and what it can maybe hopefully do someday in the ideal future it is massive. They're massively far apart. And so that's really my main issue. There seems to be a bit of a lost art in waiting for a
Peep how they never saw, it might be in this video, but peep how they never showed it lifting the max capacity weight that it said it could lift. Put it underneath the bench machine. Put some weight on that hoe.
tech product
I want to see him bench press.
to be actually finished before announcing and unveiling it. Like, do you remember when tech companies would unveil a brand new tech product that they've been working on and then do a demo And then the next slide was like, this thing is going on sale tomorrow or next week or something like that. And that hype would carry right into the buying cycle. You remember that? That was sick. But now, in this age of all of these AI products, you remember that?
I never. This is one part of Apple that I always hated. I hated them for making the computer be in the monitor. This was an aesthetic that I'm so glad people moved on from.
That was sick. But now, in this age of all of these AI products, it's like there's this thing where you end up selling the dream before you sell the actual product. And that is dangerous. Like, the promise of AI is so huge and so massive and magnificent and awesome, but is also so clearly not done yet that you end up with stuff like the Humane Pin, or even the Rabbit R1, for example, or heck, even Apple Intelligence, where you have these big promises, but the capabilities are still over here, while the promise is all the way over here. And I'm trying to figure out why they do that. And I think really there's two main reasons. And
now, the only way I would get one of these bots is if I could download a 360 Jeezy video and install the instructional guide for how to cut hair into its mainframe and teach it how to cut me. I would be willing to drop the bread. I would be willing to drop the bread. I would. I could see the real world value. You know? If you need a sparring partner in the gym and you could just download an update and say, boom, Gervonta Davis 1.1 update 3, and he start piecing you up in the gym, I could see the purpose in that. You know what I mean? I just need that. I need y'all to give me the options.
believe it or not, I think Tesla self-driving is a really perfect parallel example for a lot of this.
Get a friend that can do that for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Six, who do you know that can box like Gervonta fucking Davis? Oh, wait, no one, because you live in fucking Sydney.
Stuff. See, basically, in order for this robot to be everything people want it to be, they need to develop a super smart AI system that looks through the robot's sensors and is able to learn its environment and recognize everything it's looking at and teach itself to navigate that environment and perform tasks. It has to learn...
Was it about to crack that nut? Was it about to bust that nut? Holy shit, there's no way.
Yeah.
In his hand? If that's the strength, I'm good. I'm definitely not getting this.
And teach itself to navigate that environment and perform tasks. It has to learn what a laundry room is.
Barehanded is crazy.
And what the laundry looks like, and how to fold each type of clothing, and it needs to learn what cups and forks and glasses are, and how to pick them up. And it has to be adaptable to all these different sizes and shapes and materials and things of all these household objects. So that when a user asks for it to do something, just like, hey, Neo, vacuum the living room when I'm gone, something like that, then Neo can go, okay, I know where the living room is, I know where the vacuum is, I know how to use the vacuum, where the handle's at, like how much battery life I have.
Can it cook? Get to the real questions. Can it cook?
How much I need.
Can it make a lasagna?
To vacuum the whole living room. I know not to knock over lamps or certain objects in there. And even the laundry folding thing, like just that requires a ton of training data, or at least some way to understand.
Bro, y'all tell this thing to make you a blueberry muffin, you come back to your house in fucking ashes. It's not happening. They're not there yet. We not at that point.
And all these different shapes of
baby
shirts
steps,
and jackets,
man.
and
Baby
hoods
steps,
and vests and all sorts of things, and hooks and hangers, and what gets folded, what gets dry cleaned, all these different things. And the list just goes on and on. And like, what if one of the tasks is going and getting the right medication for an elderly person and bringing it to them? That it has to get that right. Like, it needs to identify the correct medication at the right time and the right intervals and bring it to them. Like, that is one of a ton of household objects that it has to specifically get really good at. Now,
yeah, what if I sent it on a mission to go get my prescription or something like that, and then randomly at CVS, somebody just start beating the shit out of it? Just cause, you know, you a robot, you not gonna feel this. I want to take my anger out on something that's not living, and he got to be the recipient. Does he get up? Does he start defending himself? Like, what does he do? He don't have the firmware update for Gervonta Davis, so he can't put hands up.
In car world,
does he know that somebody's being violent with him? Like, who knows?
no matter what you think of them, Tesla's definitely a leader here, and they've had a pretty clever approach to trying to work on this problem. Because their problem is their robots on wheels need to learn all of these possible variations and ways to navigate situations that could happen on the road and how to get around them. Traffic cones, construction zones,
What you
weird
gonna do
lane
when you're
markings.
sparring and it puts you in an anaconda vice and doesn't let go cause your payment didn't go through that month?
Well, we're not there yet.
Etc., etc. So, with their millions of cars already on the road, they have slowly, very slowly, let people turn on this beta self-driving feature in small stages in their cars, while instructing people to keep their hands on the wheel, of course, so that they can slowly start to gather information from people willing to beta test. And so those cars will encounter and navigate all sorts of situations for the first time.
I hate 4K niggas, bro, so much. Why do you need this camera to be? You could have just used the GoPro. Like, I get the quality nerds and shit like that, but dude, come on. Let's be efficient here. Why are you bringing this bitch out? I hate tech people, bro. I really do. You didn't need this type of technology in the whip.
And the second time.
Yes, I'm hating.
And then the 5th time. And then the 100th time. And all this data can go back into the system to help all these cars.
Whole time. Now you recording with an iPhone. Like, what bag are you in?
Learn and get better. And now at this point, this is like their primary advantage, is they have millions and
He's
millions
blowing
of
me.
miles of training data from people essentially beta testing for Tesla. It's a robotics challenge. It's an AI challenge. But yeah, they're essentially using early adopters to beta test to make the systems better for the eventual masses. And now this home AI robot challenge is...
Do y'all really think that the masses are going to be able to get with something like this? Like, in the next 50 years, maybe this becomes like a government-funded little thing where it's like, oh shit, everybody can get one, especially the elderly, senior citizens, and those that are disabled that need help around the house or need to be driven around, whatever the case may be. If they perfect the technology to a point like that, where you have to pay a monthly fee of like maybe $150 to $300 to have this in your household, I feel like that might be the most effective way to put something in there, but I just don't think that even with that being the scenario would happen.
Essentially the same thing, but
Government funded in America ain't happening soon. Well, we got to get out of our shutdown first, and then we'll talk about it in 25 years.
in people's homes, which is potentially way more variables. Like cars
They're
have
in the
to
create
stick to
Ultron.
what's on the
No
road,
bullshit.
and mostly
It's
are operating.
possible.
Yeah, it could have just been way easier for us to get free healthcare so you could have nurses come to people's house if they need people, but life could really be simple, but it's just not.
In a 2D plane where there's obviously different stories. People's houses are crazy different shapes, and there's all sorts of objects and different shapes and types of them, and a million different variables just with household objects. And maybe you could argue that the stakes of self-driving cars are a little higher because of all the safety risks, and if it messes up, someone could die. Maybe that doesn't happen as often with the home AI robot, but then again, if it gets someone's medication wrong, it's still pretty important. So
What if they're having a heart attack? What does it do? Does it call 911 by default?
I think the point here is you don't get to make this awesome, perfect home robot without all of this information. And so they need the training data, and so they go right back to early adopters. So people who press that order now button first and who actually, I guess, get one of these when they start to ship them, will get a robot that can probably do a few simple things autonomously, like opening doors, but there will be many things it can't do. And for that, if you scroll down on their website, you can see there's expert mode, which is when you have something the robot can't yet do, and you schedule one of their teleoperating employees to look through the sensors into your home and do the task so that the robot can learn from it. And
Ew, bro, what the fuck is that? Why would you ever... What type of invasion of privacy? Why would I ever do that after paying $20,000 to get this technology? What?
this is something that they've pretty directly said that they expect early adopters to be totally cool with. Like, go watch Joanna's video. I'll link it below the like button. She basically grills the CEO about all this stuff, and he's kind of just like, yeah, if you want to be on the bleeding edge of this, like, you know, it will probably blur faces and maybe let you geo-fence certain areas of your house.
Okay,
but
bro.
yeah, that'll be one of the things that they allow you to do. So
What the fuck? What? No, bro, no. Full stop on the whole operation.
but look, there are certain industries where pre-ordering something that's not finished yet is actually normal behavior. Like this happens all the time with smartphones now. This happens in video games. It even happens a bit with cars these days, although sometimes that can even go too far. But now with all these AI products coming out now, it's resulted so many more times in this strategy. They feel like they have to announce the product way before it's done, and they end up putting out this thing that is just nowhere near the dream. And that's how you get, you know, we talked about the Humane pin. Doesn't that sound familiar? Like,
I would say to attract investors, but I mean, it seems like they already have a core product here that they only need to make some tweaks or adjustments to.
getting a
I mean, they got a lot of work to do if this were to ever get off the floor to me for it to be like mainstream appeal wise, but you know, it's going to be those few idiots that want to be, you know, in the conversation and saying that, oh, I was a part of something.
announced with such a high potential ceiling and promising that this could maybe be a post-smartphone world type of gadget, but it was just absolutely not good when it came out, and not enough people were willing to beta test something with that miserable of an experience. And then the Rabbit R1, like I said, that's another one. You know, they are surviving and they're improving, but absolutely with those early adopters. But a $20,000, 5'6" humanoid that wanders around your house and does chores, like, are there really that many people, you think, that are willing to spend that amount of money and know that they're going to have to potentially give up some pretty serious privacy and are basically going to be a beta tester for some unknown number of years to hopefully maybe someday achieve that dream? Some of those people are out there, but is there enough of those people? You know,
No, and it shouldn't be. Full stop on the operation. I don't want this to exist. Kill it now, die.
I don't know. I clearly don't know, and I think a lot of other people don't know. There are obviously a lot of
There's some shit that will work better in an office building. Yeah, like businesses could use something like this more than people residentially speaking. Like this doesn't need to be in people's homes until it's tested in facilities first. This was a really bad, like way too soon on the gun for this.
potential downsides to this robot. You know, it's too small.
Nigga
and
said, am I jealous that the robot's gonna be taller than me? Neem, do you realize you're probably 5'5.5" max? You're of no threat to anybody in your vicinity.
weak to carry anything super heavy. It's also too slow and a bit too clumsy, it looks like, to do anything really serious. And it requires inviting a ton of remote viewable cameras and microphones into your house. And it could also fall over and have a hard time getting up. And also, just like the self-driving car, there are a number of situations where the robot getting enough things wrong could be dangerous. Like even like just the medication stuff that I talked about earlier, or even it just clumsily dropping something made of glass, or any other various potentially dangerous household situation. And also, I'm not even sure it has to be human-shaped, but that's another argument for another video. But the upside,
Well, it needs to have hands.
clearly, is the dream. Like Rosie the Robot from the Jetsons type of dream. A personal assistant that seamlessly goes around your house and quietly does all the stuff that you don't want to do, and does it better and faster as time goes on, and does it in quiet hours of the night. The point is, this is the new AI promise.
Does it in quiet hours of the night as an incentive? Holy shit.
Problem
We're
that
cooked.
we have. It's not just this product and this company. This
We're
is
cooked.
You know, the most visible one on all our timelines right now. But it's like all these AI products are promising the world way before they have a product that's ready to actually show anyone and take money for it. And theoretically, this is what we want AI to do, right? It's not just like AI generated videos and slop and random copyright infringement like we want it to be doing.
Is he being paid for this? This has to be an ad. He's very much so opposing the idea of it being released in this way and kind of encouraging people to wait more than peddling it to anybody.
Actually useful.
It's more of like an info, like, hey, you know, there's this thing and, you know, probably should watch out for it type vibe.
Productive stuff. That's not the issue. It's just the gap. The gap. That's the issue. And closing that gap is so hard. And
He needs a new barber. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Why do y'all say shit like this?
Running into the store to savagely beat on and destroy one of these robots.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm with you. What's the crime? Okay, destruction of property. That's it.
This is one of the obvious examples. Like, the people that would benefit most from the ideal version of this robot, like the elderly or people with disabilities, are the least likely to become early adopters. So
You talk about people hairline every day. What does that have to do with him? I didn't bring his hairline up not once. Now, I do think this is a fuck ass cut. That don't mean that I had said anything about it in this video.
it's tough. I can actually applaud them for showing everything that they did to Joanna in that video. Fun fact, they actually reached out to me 10 months ago in January from a random Gmail address offering to do a sponsored video. I didn't respond. I didn't think it was anywhere close to real or worth doing a video or talking about, but we'll see how this ages. Like, we might look back at this in 12 months and everyone everywhere is shipping great AI products and humanoid robots, and it's all a dream, and I look like an idiot. In which case, great. We made it through that gap somehow. But history seems to be suggesting that I'll probably be right about this one, at least for now. But hey, subscribe to see me eat my words if I'm wrong. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
Damn. 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 No one has $400 a month to pay for this shit in commonplace. I mean, I don't think that people don't have the money, even though I don't think that there are a lot of people that have the money. I just think that there's no real value to this at all that hasn't already been in
Actually,
existence.
I know a human who can beat up a robot. The beast Brock Lesnar, he's getting F5S and rip apart.
Look at niggas, bro. Like, you can literally get everything that this bot can do for a fraction of the cost and way more utility. It's just not necessary. I think this should be used in nursing homes. Abso-fucking-lutely not. This and the medical industry need to be as far away from each other as humanly possible. They just need to fund medicine. That's it. They just need to make it free. They don't even have to add this. This doesn't have to be an alternative. It doesn't have to be a substitute for real nurses to be involved with their patients at their homes if they need it. Doesn't even have to be that complicated. This is just a piece of tech to make people's lives easier to an extent. But you know, if it ever gets to that point, they're going to try to make that be the case. Like, oh, we could just use this instead. All right, bro. Indian dude controlling finna. See, bro, why do you keep what? See, y'all keep talking about me and Mexicans. He clearly got an issue with Indians. Clearly. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I could be a fan in the mosh pit and Cardi could literally pour anything in my mouth. I will be honest with you.